Hey guys, this is Torno. Today we're going to be talking about Bloomburrow. We're going to be talking about some Bloomburrow story spoilers kind of things, as well as kind of talking about some potential, the Calamity Beasts. The Calamity Beasts are obviously kind of the main villains of Bloomburrow. I'm not sure entirely if they are villains or they are just a force of nature, but we do know that Maha is the antagonist, potentially either the leader of the Calamity Beasts or the one controlling the Calamity Beasts or one of the Calamity Beasts herself. I'm pretty excited to kind of get into a whole bunch of stuff to do with Bloomburrow. It's my favorite plane that they've released so far. I love the whole aesthetic of it, so I'm pretty excited. Now, before we get into it, make sure you do subscribe, make sure that you like, share the video around and everything. It all supports the channel. We're getting slowly towards 3,000 subscribers, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'd love to hear from you guys too, if there's something you want me to kind of cover and stuff. So both of these are going to be coming from two different videos over on Twitter/X. These are covering the Ultimate Guard Sidewinders, which is a new product by Ultimate Guard. Essentially, official Magic the Gathering merch now. They're all kind of based around the Calamity Beast, it looks like. So this is an example of one that I'll show you here. You can see this is Lumra, and it is based off of the Borderless Field Notes treatment. Now, keep in mind that there is a mythic and mythic rare Calamity Beast, it looks like. So that's pretty interesting to start with. There's potentially going to be more than one cycle of them. And based off of what I found, there's at least, there's either 8 or 9 Calamity Beasts. Depends if you count, count Maha as one of them or not. But either way, they're kind of taken this art here, and you can see they've kind of wrapped it around there. Pretty exciting. I love them. They look really, really nice. And then this is like the official product here, an official product picture. So far, that I think they've only shown this one as the official product picture, unless you were at MagicCon Amsterdam. And if you were there, let me know down in the comments if you kind of kept an eye on this, had a look at it, if you agree with what I come up with. So let's get into each of them. There is looking like at least 8 designs confirmed, but from what I've found out, I think I think there might be 9 designs. One of them either might have been cut, or there might be one that is like 2 different ones were actually one, but it does look like different. These are all up for pre-order, but they're actually not showing the pictures of them yet. So we've kind of got, design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 8, essentially. So the first one here is pretty simple. This is looking like the Elemental Elk here. So we've seen this in the animated trailer that got revealed from people who were at Amsterdam. They recorded this and showed it to everyone, and it looks pretty cool. So this one here, this doesn't look like the Field Notes research style though. Like it kind of does, but kind of doesn't. Now, the other thing is down here, you can see that there is a legendary creature, Elemental Elk. This was confirmed today on the Blogatog from Mark for his spoilers or hints towards Bloomburrow. So most likely, this is the Elemental Elk here, legendary creature. Yeah, there's not much to kind of talk about there. This one looks pretty cool though. The other thing is that right before this elk was shown in the trailer, this is the elk showing up here. You can see like the green haze in the background. Here's the wolf, and you can see here the Planeswalker symbol. Now, there's 2 different things. This could be either an Easter egg, or it could be hinting towards whoever this Elemental Elk is being a Planeswalker. Similar to how Rel, when he goes over there, becomes an otter. Maybe this is, someone who becomes an elk or has to do with elks. Maybe Oko or Elko's son, Kellen, or who knows. Either way, very interesting that the Planeswalker symbol shows up here right before this elk does, and this does look like the elk here. All right, the next one here is this birdie. So this is the bird here with 4 wings. You can see a little bit of a crest up the top there. Big back tail there. And this was being shown before as well on the Bloomburrow Play Booster box. You can see up here, the critters are down there, kind of being fearful of this giant beast up here. But the interesting thing about this one is that this looks very similar to Kolaghan from Tarkir, one of the Elder Dragons there. You can see like the 4 wings kind of all match up. The thing up on top of the head kind of matches a little bit there. So maybe Kolaghan has somehow ended up in in like Bloomburrow and then became a beast or something like that. I mean, realistically, there's nothing saying that each of these couldn't be the Calamity Beast couldn't be, you know, visitors that got dragged across to Bloomburrow or something. Who knows? There's pretty exciting stuff to see how that goes. The next one here looks, to me at least, to be an eel. Some people are saying, you know, crocodilian or like a pike or something like that. But looking at like the skull here, this looks very similar, like an eel skull. From what I know, and I have not actually read it, in Redwall, the like pikes or something like that were pretty or I think it was the fish or something were villainous, or there was villainous fish or something. I don't entirely know how it works. Someone would have to tell me who has read Redwall. But from what I know, at least, you know, there was some kind of, you know, beasties in the lake. So this could be very similar to that and kind of like a callback to that. At least to me, it looks like an eel. I can't see any kind of, you know, appendages or anything like that attached there. This one here, however, you know, that's pretty obvious. That's a snake or viper or something. And then we've got this one here. My friend said this is a mongoose, right? Looking at the back legs, this does not look like a... it does not look like a... what is it? Like a tiger or anything like that, like a cat leg. It doesn't look like... It looks like a carnivore of some kind, but doesn't really look like an actual kind of... It doesn't look canine, doesn't look like a feline or anything, but a mongoose leg, I think, would match that very well. And it would also be interesting to see a mongoose maybe as like a, like, if you know, let's say the elk is good. We see the elk kind of scare off the wolf, Calamity Beast. You know, potentially Cologan is good as well. A mongoose being like the parallel to the snake would suit really well, right? Mongoose kind of hunt snakes and fight snakes and stuff. In fact, you can see from the picture here, they're cropped, a little bit of a snake there. So would match very well. The next one here was only shown very briefly. Now, it's this one and this one that I was considering could potentially be the same one, but I don't believe so. The interesting thing here is that this is blue. This wolf doesn't necessarily need to be on fire all the time, right? Which would make this blue kind of make sense, more like an ashy kind of grayish kind of color and stuff. Someone's kind of, you know, taken field note research of when it was down. Up here, the flower here doesn't match this flower here, as well as the colors don't match. So that's kind of why I think it's a separate one. And then we've got this last one here, which looks to be a tiger. Like, to me, this is screaming tiger, or actually more likely a bobcat or a lynx. Looking at the ears, most likely, like, I think the ears most likely are like a bobcat. Right? Like a bobcat, kind of shorter ears and stuff, more like a speckled coat. The back is straight as well, which apparently is very common in in bobcats. So this, to me at least, looks like a bobcat. You can even see like the puffy chest hair kind of thing as well, which is really cool. And obviously, you know, the last one here is Maha. We've got a clearer picture of the Maha one, which looks really nice. So this here is what it's kind of making me think that Maha, the Great Night Owl, is not... I think I said Great Horned Owl. Great Night Owl is not one of the Calamity Beasts, because it says specifically, and the Elemental Calamity Beast and the Great Night Owl. So the fact that they are separate is interesting. I will be very interested to see if Maha is one. However, we have this, the Stolen Egg. So this is from the RTE Boulder, officially licensed Magic the Gathering artwork of the card Dawn's Truce. Right? Dawn's Truce. So, having a look, the Stolen Egg of the Great Night Owl plays an elemental role in the story of Bloomburrow. So it looks like someone has stolen the egg of the Great Night Owl, which would explain why Maha is, not exactly happy. If someone stole one of my egg or one of my children, I would be hunting them down across the plane as well and destroying their whole freaking plane until I got them back. And the fact that this is actually from a card, Dawn's Truce. So, assumedly, we meet and have a truce with Maha. The story today also revealed that why Rel is there. Rel's going there to hunt down Jace. So maybe Jace has gone there and stolen the egg for whatever purpose Jace is doing, and then has run off to a different plane, and planes walked out of there or something. Who knows? Lots of really cool stuff. So as I said, it looks like there's 9/8 Calamity Beasts. So we've got Maha, we've got the Bobcat, we've got the Wolf, we've got the Mongoose, the Snake, the Eel, the Bird, the Rock, I think it was, which does look like Kolaghan. We've got the Wolf here. Oh, I already talked about the Wolf. The Elk, and then finally Lumra. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Have a great day and goodbye.